Players of the week, offensively, was Chris Rainey, who just played outstanding as far as receiving, rushing, blocking, blocked the kick, does everything. Just was having an outstanding year in his first 3 games. Scrap iron was John Harrison, played his best game. Very pleased with his job there at the center. The big play was to John's pass, throwing the check down to Chris. Again, very important in checking the ball down. It's a lost start in football as far as taking it to your playmakers, and John does a great job of that. Extra effort, Andre DeBose on a great block on their sideline, and Gerald Christian, both guys blocking downfield to spring big plays, doing the extra things that you got to do to create the explosives. Defensively, player of the game was Dominic Easley. I thought really controlled the line of scrimmage. Jay Howard played well. Ronald Powell played well. Dominic played well. Sharif played well, but Dominic was the most productive of those guys. Just did a really nice job inside. Hard hat went to Chris Johnson, which is a toughness award, and it really does a nice job on our kickoff coverage teams. Ball hawks were Matt Elam, Josh Evans, and Ronald Powell, all guys that were involved in turnovers. Ronald calls both interceptions with pressures in our 4-man rush. I'm very pleased with that. Special teams, Caleb Sturgis was the player of the game, and Luchez Purifoy was the player of the game. Luchez was in on 4 tackles on kickoff, a young man that's really progressing and doing some good things for us. Going to try and get him some time at corner. The big play was Chris Rainey and Dominic Easley on the block punt. Dominic did a nice job of taking the guard off inside, which really freed Chris up to block the kick. They lost a lot of their core offensive playmakers from last year, some really good players. So I think they're still searching for an identity offensively. Obviously, the quarterback's a guy that's a dual threat that can do a lot of things with the ball. That's always a threat for you defensive, especially being a man team. If your back is turned to the ball when he scrambles with the ball, creates some gun runs. They do a lot offensively to try and keep you off balance, but still searching for that identity. Defensively, they're only giving up 13 points a game. So they're playing very well defensively. They've got some playmakers on defense that are doing a nice job. And special teams, they're leading in kickoff coverage and I think kickoff return in the SEC. 2 of the 4 categories, I know they're leading the SEC. So do a nice job in special teams, and I got a lot of respect for Joker and the job he's doing. We've got 16 players in our 2 deep that will be making their first trip. So it'll be interesting for some of those guys traveling and going through that process. And our preparation will not change based on who we play. It's the same every week. It counts for 1 SEC game.
Will, Florida's beaten Kentucky 24 straight times. I think the last time Kentucky won, you might have been in middle school. What do you make of this streak, and do you think it has a factor for either side?
I think it has 0 factor in what's going to happen Saturday night. It has absolutely none. Most of our guys weren't alive then.